I would say the story of Immortals season this year would be kind of like a roller coaster.
Cloud9 could not stand up to the juggernaut that is Immortals.
We had a really great start and then we kind of had a pretty big bump.
The fact that his screen name is WildTurtle gives you a good example of like what kind of person he's trying to portray himself as.
1 versus 3!
You know, on the spectrum of safe to aggressive, he's kind of an 11.
And Immortals are going to take the base, and they're going to take the record of most winningest team in the North American LCS and the best record in win rate.
I think about a good roster a lot like I would think about like a boy band or a K-pop group, right? Everyone has their own role. Jason is like the spirit of the team.
其实一开始，其实说真的，一开始 HQ 找我来是跟我说西门不打了，然后一样跟我说我会打先发，每一场都上。但是最后我不知道是应该是我激励到西门吧，他就有点想打，不想把这个位置让掉。 2016开季到现在 ，AHQ 的表现我觉得还不错，就是我们成绩来说，我们是暂时是第一，对。然后，但是我们就是选手跟教练，我们都觉得我们表现没有到很好。我还推招哦，你们不要打。我跟西门的关系是这样，其实就很正常的，有点像情敌的那种。那种感觉，就应该说我们没有到很好，但是也没有不好。没有，我说不要打，有 TP 哦，等我20秒有 TP 啊，就打了。他们
去年就这样，
他们20秒过很快。
去年就这样。
你就是抓
炸排骨，要不要来一块？
没关系。 AHQ 有一个打法就是西门上蓝方，然后我上直方，那个是当时我角色比较多，然后所以就放我直方就比较好打。然后如果西门上直方的话，对面是蓝方，他们就可以针对他的角色池去 ban。
你们今天就是5个钻石含白金打人家5个精英，队友在场上所有人。 互相信任，好不好？可以吧？哦，不要冷战，拜托。一个废友不要冷战，赶快沟通起来。HQ， 耶！
Most important thing, communication. I want to see proactiveness. I don't want to be randomly passive. I want to play our composition and be aware of what the enemy want to do.
1, 2, 3, ready!
It's time to see if the new kids on the block can take on the reigning European champions. And Kickus is surrounded by Fnatic members. Rekkless with the kill. Spirit running G2 in full retreat from this one. Spear's not connecting, but they don't even need it. Emperor going down. The double kill for Rekkless as Trick is knocked out of the park. Fnatic with the 1-1 to even the series.
Okay, so what I think it will happen for the next game
I think the biggest change they will make is the AD pick. Okay. I think it makes no sense for him to first pick Lucian if I'm playing Astro like this.
The thing is, this guy, we don't know if he's good save or not. I will not touch this.
eSports just one game away from clinching that final spot in Rotterdam on the big stage. We've seen this movie before. How's it gonna end? Perch just falling and Rekkless claiming the kill. He's in his life though. That's the double kill. Over to Emperor. Perch on Rekkless. Trick with the spree kill. And G2 eSports clean out. The game is over. GG. The red hot rookies will knock off the reigning champs.
We have one more week to work. We're going to work hard and we're going to continue the best effort, okay? So heads up, continue working, we're in a good place. Come on, let's go.
No, there's a commercial of like I was a Yu-Gi-Oh! World Champion.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like, I know I'm gonna probably be nervous because it's a pretty big match for me.
Let's say I only eating steak and lettuce. It's fine.
Steak is high calories.
No.
There is just not fat in steak.
No, but I need fat, you know? I need fat.
That's why it works.
Actually, if I lose to TSM, I'm gonna be so sad. I grew up in Toronto and I've been living there for 15 years. My parents were from Vietnam and then they immigrated to Canada.
Cái mơ ước của tôi từ qua Canada này, tôi mơ ước cho tôi là sau này con tôi lớn lên nó thành tài. Jason nó rất là thích chơi game, nó không chịu đi học.
I didn't really like school at all. Like I was just kind of just doing my work because I had to. And yeah, I think playing video games for me was like an escape. I went to San Francisco to play IPLs face-off, and that was my first time ever going to a LAN event.
The most surprising thing for me with WildTurtle was actually the time before he was a real pro.
Yeah, I think that IPL 4 in 2012 was basically his debut.
WildTurtle's a double kill. He is an absolute beast. Kind of ended up in IPL by telling my mom that I was gonna stay at my friend's house, but in reality, I was actually just gonna fly to San Francisco and play in a tournament. I don't think she knows still. Maybe my sister told her or my brother, but I don't think she knows yet.
Thì đấu đầu tiên.
WildTurtle just jumped in 1v5 and picked up 2 kills.
I'm glad that he made that choice. I'm glad he went down because it's one of my favorite memories of League of Legends.
He substituted for mid lane, and he played like AP Gragas.
And he goes up against Messiah, who at the time was one of the top 2 mid laners in the world. This guy was famous. He has a move named after him.
Turtle doesn't get afraid.
Flash snare going down, and that is going to be a double kill for WildTurtle.
But that was one of those 1 in 10,000 situations where he succeeded against the odds.
WildTurtle, how are you always the last man standing? What are you doing? People need to get on your level right now.
That tournament, Legion placed 3rd place, and out of maybe 8 teams, and I thought that was a pretty good showing, getting 3rd place at my first tournament. Came back home and acted like nothing happened really.
The first time I met WildTurtle was at IPL Face Off in San Francisco. He was just a fanboy at that time. Everything I do, he would just copy me, and I was way better than him. I would smash him.
And the snare, the Tomato Toil, and the Ignite going down. WildTurtle will drop.
It made me kind of proud because it's like, yeah, this guy's like my fanboy, and he's copying me, and you know he wants to be like me, and he's doing so well.
There goes WildTurtle getting a little bit wild. He's going in on a 1v4.
I was looking for a player, and he just popped up in my mind because he was just, you know, he played mid for like 2 weeks and performed super well. It's like, okay, let's just try this guy out. Maybe he'll play AD carry and perform super well.
Reggie kind of messaged me on the League client because we were friends on League, and then he asked me if I wanted to come in this weekend to play LCS.
As many of you may have heard, Chaos is taking a break from the team, and now WildTurtle will be filling the AD carry role for TSM.
When Turtle got called up, it was a huge deal. Chaos was one of the core members of TSM. He's been on the team since the very beginning.
WildTurtle, you can see him there all happy.
That first game was just probably the most memorable League game I've ever played.
WildTurtle at the back, just hitting one after the other. There's a double kill for him. Laudamonis goes in, that's going to feed him a triple kill. MIA turn, that's going to be a quadra kill. Can he get the pentakill? Brunchu 101, it's going to be the pentakill for beautiful play. WildTurtle stepping up. Chaos, you have something to answer right now because your replacement is doing a fantastic job.
I still didn't know if TSM was gonna pick me up or not because it was just kind of like LCS subbing.
The truth is that if you just spent full time streaming and on creating content for people that he can just make more than LCS players. And we want him to do well, but we just feel like he's not fit for the team.
After what happened, we're going to be choosing to go with WildTurtle. Okay. And that means that you're off the team.
I like half expected this, but no, not half, like maybe 20%. I think it's a more personal decision from Reggie, so.
Reginald stated that very clearly that a lot of the reasons for the replacement were attitude issues.
The reason why we recruited him was because he was a breath of fresh air to our environment.
Talk to me, Turtle. He wants you to socialize with him. I want him to get off the foot so he can socialize with me, but the Snapdragon process is just too powerful.
He's a great guy, and he had a really strong work ethic.
Turtle very quickly molded with all of the players on TSM.
I feel great after the win. I'm like Wildcat man. My 2013 season on TSM was a lot of fun.
We're in the room talking about strategies.
Me and Reggie would just always go adventuring. Like every time we went to a new city or anything like that, we would just go out and see how far we can go and not get lost.
Should I wear my cat ears? Yes or no? Sure.
Oh, that subdivision, such a strong. Oh, God, no! Face from downtown!
Started 2014, we actually had a really good start to the split. I think we went like 12-1.
Well, they're still trading back and forth. A double kill coming in for Turtle.
The optimal way to play was to play around your AD carry. In TSM's case, that was WildTurtle.
There's the one. There's the two. A triple kill coming in for WildTurtle as he throws on the shell.
Give him the gold, give him the levels, give him the farm, and he will win you some team fights.
The quadra for WildTurtle.
He just wants to kill people.
Turtle on the triple. Turtle on the quadra. Medials on the outside. A second quadra in the playoffs for Turtle.
That was another one of those Turtle moments where Turtle just goes ham in a team fight. He kills their whole team, gets a quadra kill on Shoshana. That's just typical Turtle.
2015 TSM just was kind of unstoppable. Basically, ever since summer 2014, they had finally taken the reins back over from C9. Turtle had really finally become a super top caliber AD carry.
Turtle a double, Turtle a triple, Turtle a quadra. Team Solo Mid are the 2015 North American League of Legends Championship Series Spring Split champions.
And then TSM went to the mid-season invitational.
Oh, clear left all over WildTurtle. Easy kill there, but here comes Bjergsen for a bit of revenge. Will he get it, though? I don't think so. There's a kill for Quad.
I think once we came on stage, it was pretty apparent that these teams had been reading us really well from scrims.
They're making it seem like TSM is jet-lagged, which they clearly aren't. Bjergsen in the mid lane gets cut as well. They're gonna eat him up. Hooney picks up another one.
So they had kind of understood what our playstyle was, and at the time, actually, our playstyle was really focused around Turtle and Lustboy in the bot lane.
Man, TSM, I'm melting on this one. WildTurtle falls down fast. Bjergsen as well. Everyone's picking up kills, and the switch comes in.
We just ended up getting smashed against all the international teams.
That actually carried over after the mid-season invitational into the summer split for the team.
I would say that our culture went to complete shit.
Yeah, you're good. But really, what are I gonna tell you? You tell me not to die, and then Turtle, be respectful for your coach.
Our team started to suffer from just players being way too comfortable with each other.
TSM puts out their own TV show where it's a reality show about their players, and it's like him getting yelled at. You are only allowed to flash backwards. You are never allowed to flash forward. It's like trying to break him of the decision making and the habits that made him WildTurtle.
What am I gonna tell you about Rift versus Rework? It's not worth it. Don't flash in. It's not worth it. What am I gonna tell you about Flash? Don't flash in. And? Flash to live. Yeah.
WildTurtle has been on our team for a very long time now, and we're gonna have to make some difficult decisions this week. We're obviously gonna be trying out Keith.
At that point, I really thought maybe I shouldn't be playing anymore. That was like one of the lowest points in my career because I didn't really know what I could do to get better.
Turtle has been front and center in so many of TSM's successes that it is hard to imagine the team without him.
Overall, I wasn't really concerned about the fan reaction.
I think pretty much everyone likes Turtle. I haven't met a single person that just doesn't like Turtle. as a person. He's just too nice and too funny for anyone to really dislike.
I think ultimately TSM kept Turtle because it was the right choice for the team.
Worlds in 2015 was really bad for TSM. We ended up getting in Group D, which was a really, really tough group with Origin, LGD, and KT. We knew that if we were going to get our groups, we would have to perform exceptionally well.
TSM is out of Worlds and KT secures their spot in the quarterfinals.
Remember, I think 2015 Worlds was a pretty bad experience for all of us on TSM.
Replacing Turtle needed to happen because I wanted to just change up our environment.
I know Reggie had a really, really hard time letting Turtle go. I had countless talks. Andy would call me in the middle of the night and be like, I'm not sure about this. I don't think we should do this, you know. He loves Turtle. He really does. He adores Turtle.
Sure, we could have kept Turtle and we could have kept winning North America. We could have kept being the best in North America, but we would never, ever be able to win Worlds. So I wanted like a completely fresh start.
I've been there for maybe 2-3 years, and all I've known was TSM, so it was really hard for me to leave their team, but I just really wanted to find that spark again.
So we got here as a team, guys, and we're going to play as a team, and whatever happens in this game, like when we win, it's going to be because we're all working together.
1, 2, 3, go! We are here in Los Angeles to find out who is going to be Counter Logic Gaming's opponent in Las Vegas in the finals. The crowd is here, ready to cheer on their favorite squad. Here we go, game 1 of the semifinals. They're so tough, they're so tough. Right away, Hanser will drop down, and so will the last teammate. That's 5 kills in a row now for Immortals plus the Baron. A clean sweep. An absolute tragedy for TSM.
We should threaten on this turn. Probably close is going to be later.
Ace, essentially, for Immortals. TSM have gone 7. Here's Hanser. It's a 5v4. TSM are chasing. They're looking for more. Hootie can't get the damage out. And it's going to be another kill back down. Scarin gets 2 more. There's only a 1 man left alive. Hootie could not win this by himself. TSM TP in the mid lane. They're going for the win.
If it does get to that point, is there anything we can improve on?
I also think we could have won some of those fights. I think we misplayed a lot of those
Yeah,
fights.
I think we just misplayed a lot.
Like, even though we got flanked, I think we could have won those fights.
Will it be the 7th straight finals appearance for TSM, or will Immortals upset and crack the plot armor here in Game 3? TSM up 2-0. Can they close it out? For 0. Now the re-engage. Hootie overextends into 4 people and just dies for it for no reason.
Wastes his flash on top of it. TSM coming up huge, catching kill after kill after kill. And you can smell the desperation on Hootie re-engage.
Here's the re-engage. Maokai to the front line. This could be the finals for TSM. Svenskers killed off Paul Belzer. Hanser staying alive in the back line. The re-engage for TSM. They're looking to close the series out. Bjergsen takes down WildTurtle.
Who could have thought that TSM would 3-0 as the 6th seed coming into this against Immortals? People were saying they were going to be better than you expected, but this good? 3-0 against Immortals.
马上要为各位揭晓今天的第1场比赛，由 H 对上闪电狼，来到了滴血咔嚓的声音都是出手，这个自动跑到小孩子的后面，来了，这边竟然从后方皮皮过来，哇，说上 H 的下路刷新已经爆炸，让明星战拿到了3-0的战绩，1个 double kill。
当西门在打的时候，我通常都会在台下，就是跟绿茶、贝克在后台看他们。好，如果这一场打不好的一点，我们下一场要改变。而且他们不能守了，换吧，感觉就换2个塔换2个塔，比较赚。
小叶已经倒下了，开启了谁要传奇，谁倒下去往这边看起来，怎样拿到传到3-0了，这个疯狂贯穿，芒特也已经倒下，后方这边到了 NL， 不过 NL 还有后续进攻的可能性。
如果他吉林阿切尔 ban 我们就 ban 解啊，然后我就拿我的法师就可以打。你们 PP 都没有，你们靠塔这样应该不会有事，因为他们下路没状态。
是联赛里面最低的。
哦，这边的话 Maple 已经追往前，Chawy看起来想要倒了这个闪现，但是幻影手链有绑到后面 Parsa 翻身出来，Chawy倒下，手上有 Parsa 拿到。但是最后还是 NL 把对方给歼灭掉，恭喜闪电狼的加手分享。
最很重要的比赛输掉是好事，因为你会很认真的去审视自己的缺点。你一直赢的时候，你绝对不会觉得我到底哪里有问题，你只有在输的时候才会去检讨说我哪里打不好。
没想到我们会输这么惨，就是我们跟闪电狼的差距已经拉到这么大了，所以当时其实说难过是非常难过。我已经在想，之后我们要怎样再拿回我们的冠军。
I'm at my happiest self when I'm winning, and I feel like I did everything I could to help out my teammates and help out myself.
Where would you put them to get maximum like visibility?
Well, if you're playing right here,
Probably here.
This. They're cool. For myself, at least, felt like specifically in this series, I was really mature, and I was actually like all the leadership skills that I practiced throughout the split, and all the shot calling skills I practiced throughout the split came together.
1, 2, 3.
And this game between H2K and Fnatic, it's two teams who obviously want to come in here and finish as high as possible.
Everything's coming up Fnatic in these team fights, and Fnatic find the first win, and it's best of 5.
Basically, in the early game, if we don't get fucked, we're going to be able to transition into a late game, and the late game we're better than they are.
And Spirit is locked into a frozen tomb. He's going down. Inhibitor will be picked up from H2K, and they have broken the base of Fnatic.
Rekkless is forced to run away. The Nexus will be going down, and H2K will not go down without a...
Even though it wasn't like the greatest of series, perhaps from a playing perspective either, it felt great to lead a team to victory for once.
Now the rest of the squad is here. This is dropping very low. It's stolen! Again! Unreal!
TP as the blade of the Rude King comes out. That's slowing Odo. One more mystic shot. It's a kill. Rekkless has taken him down. Gatsu is it, and it throws Yandel to the borders. Feather picks up the kill, and H2K get aced.
And Fnatic, as they take down this Nexus, they're in sole possession of third place. 50 points on the road to Worlds. Fnatic, congratulations.
That was like one of my happiest moments. It was just nice to feel that all the hard work that I put in throughout the months finally paid off. I wasn't in any mood to talk to anyone after the loss to TSM. Like whenever I lose a big match, I just kind of don't find support from others. I just really want to be alone.
The loss versus TSM in the semifinals probably affected Turtle a little bit more than losing to any other team because he spent so long with TSM.
Turtle was like really sad. Like he was like, when he come back to home, like he was like super down.
I eventually called my mom and she said, "How am I doing?" And I said, "My games are going pretty well." Like obviously she watched the game and she knows I lost, but I was just telling her that yeah, I'm still doing pretty well.
We kind of just rewatched all our matches and try to think about what we did wrong and what we could improve on.
It's definitely really crushing for our team to take a loss like that, but I think it also helps us learn a lot more too.
I think something like that, it depends what kind of person you are. It's either going to crush you or it's going to motivate you to do better. For WildTurtle, I feel like it's going to motivate him to do better.
So even though Immortals have suffered their first real big loss, it's still very important because they're looking at going to Worlds and they need to get as many championship points as they can to have the best chance at getting to Worlds. And also the matter of pride here.
1, 2, 3. We're going to be getting into the third place match right now. It is Immortals
going to be good for TL. They need to get out. Very low mana on Piglet, so he doesn't have really any disengage for himself. Only auto attacks. That's going to be 2 down. Dardock and Phoenix fall. Rainover's the only one now for Immortals. Hootie picks up another kill.
And just like that, Baron buff is up. They have a wave. This has got to be the game here for Immortals. They're looking to pick up game number 1 over TL in this best of 5.
Absolutely strong coming out of the pick and ban phase and coming into the 3rd place match. Immortals making a very good case for themselves.
I definitely do not want to play Carbon Echo. I don't think that comp is good.
We are going to be getting into the 2nd matchup. Immortals coming out very strong in game 1.
And after their performance in the semifinals, Immortals are silencing the haters. Huni on a tank performing immaculately.
That's going to be Turtle on the outside. He rents out too. Turtle go for a triple. That's going to be the quadra. Turtle comes up huge.
That is going to be game number 2.
So if we make top and then we go mid together, then it's fine.
Liquid looking to keep their 3rd place hopes alive against Team Immortals.
You can still TP, yeah, you TP to me.
Right over the shoulder of Team Liquid members onto Piglet. The next target is Matt. It's going to be more before Hootie goes down. No, he falls quick. Onto Lorlo. Where is Phoenix? He's coming around the backside with a bunch of damage with Dardock. Now it's a 2v2. They're standing tall. They're trying to finish up the kill. And it's going to be Rainover once again with the sliver of hell. He's going to try to kill him. Turtle gets fishing. Turtle gets the kill. What a fight from Immortals.
It's going to be a clean 3-0 for Immortals coming together. Turtle coming up huge. The whole team looking godlike.
With their win today, Immortals earned themselves 3rd place in the spring split and 50 championship points to spend towards an invitation to the World Championships.
I think my biggest dream is to be able to win Worlds with Immortals because they're a team I really enjoy being on. And I think this team has what it takes to win Worlds.
I would almost say most of the split was the revenge of WildTurtle. They were telling him, don't flash forward, don't play aggressive. And he did all of those things, and he got more kills than anyone else in the league by a wide margin. And there's going to be people saying that's because his top laner or jungler were good and his mid lane was crushing, and all those things are true, but he still got the most kills, he still did the most damage, and most importantly, he was himself.